Howdy guys, it's Papa Kami. Welcome back. Give me one moment. Just need stream thing. Studio. The stream is not showing up. Well, stream, computer. I thought I said it's public. I'm a bit confused. I'm hoping and praying this is going to be one of those moments again. Okay, seriously, where's my stream? It's not showing up at all. This connects to my YouTube account, right? Yeah, it's connected to my channel. Okay, yeah, so my stream is going. Sorry, I am currently having a mild amount of difficulty. Because I just want to see chat. I just want the, whatchamacallit. Why do I have my ear button in still? I'll take that out. There we go. Now I just need the, no. Is that like a stream manager or something? You know, we're just gonna open the stream on YouTube at this point. Why is it... Okay, it's still going. Can I drop frame? Okay, I'm good. Everything is fine. Everything is fine and dandy. And the stream is currently going. I don't know... So I'm gonna have to use my phone to see chat, but that's fine. This is not ideal. But you know what? I knew it was gonna happen. So... I don't know, maybe I'll like buy an extra monitor or something. Actually, we do have an extra... I'll hook up an extra monitor to my computer so I can see chat without having to use my phone. But yeah, welcome back to Ace Attorney. Last time, which isn't available because the stream cut off early again, which is why I switched to OBS. See if that fixes things. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. Alright, so I switched over from like Streamlabs to OBS because Streamlabs would keep dropping my streams. And I don't know if it was like a new update happened or something, but like I decided for the time being I'm gonna stick with I'm I'm gonna stream using OBS for a while. And then I'll probably also like bring back like edited, shortened down versions of videos. Just cause I probably have time to do that now, so I kinda want to. So yeah. Unfortunately, you're gonna be missing a lot of context because basically the first investigation day is missing, but I mean, again, what can you do at that point? December 29th, 9:43 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. Good morning, Max. Max? Milk. What? If I don't have a glass of milk before I go on stage, I just can't function, sweetie. It's a stage? Don't worry, there won't be a stage. All you have to do is sit down. Also, I'll probably be a lot less caught up in what's going on in the chat because of delay between the stream going on my phone and the computer. I guess. Nick? Max is really nervous. That's understandable. Hey, my sweeties. What? You don't think I should fly, do you? Huh? You know, you've got to make a good first impression. When I enter the room, maybe I should fly and warm up the crowd a little bit. No. We can't be having you flying around the courtroom. It just wouldn't be right. Much if you hit someone. Don't worry, Max. Just do what Nick says and everything will be okay. Oh, sweetie. What is it this time, Max? Why don't you try flying into the courtroom? I can see it now. The dashing young lawyer flying fabulously in from above. One glimpse of that, and everyone in that room will be on your side. Max, really, no one needs to fly today. Nick, what's with that look in your eyes? I like the sound of that. Dashing young lawyer flying fabulously. December 29th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 2. And now the case of one... What? Your Honor, get on with it. Oh, sorry, I just realized the defendant's name is Billy Bob Johns. So... Well, isn't the defendant also known as Maximilian Galactica? Yes, Your Honor. He does often go by that name. You know, my grandchild is a huge fan of his. I think everyone here wouldn't mind if we called the defendant Maximilian Galactica. Sounds more friendly. What if that's our advantage? Miss Von Karma, your opening statement, if you please. Hope you didn't bother thinking you'd win this one, Mr. Phoenix, right? That spirit channeling trial was a sham. I refuse to acknowledge its legitimacy. It did not count, you hear me? Just still be upset about what happened last time. You have no chance. Zero. Zilch. Nada. I'm not losing this case. Why, you ask? Because it's not natural. It's not the nature of a Von Karma to lose at anything. I guess being born with the name Von Karma is a free pass to be arrogant and annoying. Watch and learn, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'll show you the textbook procedure for proving how absolutely guilty you are. But me? Guilty? What are you talking about? It will be my ultimate revenge. But it's not like it'll bring her dad back. There. Opening statement complete. Now, let's hurry and wrap up this waste of time. Very well. You may call your first witness, Miss Von Karma. Detective Dick Cumshoe. Get up there, now. Sorry to keep you from work. I'm sure you need every penny you can earn, Detective. Don't mention it. It's no trouble at all. I've been looking forward to this. Very well. I would like you to begin by shedding light on the events in question. At your service, sir. Alright, Detective. You may now proceed with your testimony. Details of the events. The night of the crime. Snow was falling until 9:40, making it extremely cold out. All of the circus performers were gathering in the big top to practice their routines. The practice session broke up around 10 p.m. The murder itself took place in the plaza, in front of the plaza. The murder itself took place in the plaza in front of the lodging house around 10:15. The victim was found bent over a wooden box, dead as a doornail. The cause of death was blood force trauma that snapped his neck, snapped a vertebrae in his neck. I see. He was beaten to death. Here's the autopsy report for the victim. The court accepts this into evidence. Autopsy report added to the court record. A blunt object. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Let me ask you about the snow. It was nearly a blizzard up until the time of the crime. Did it pile up? It wasn't such a big deal, maybe about an inch or a half on the ground. The snow froze in place, stayed on the ground until the next day. Snow, let me see. There's gotta be more to this. What's the matter, Nick? You take a look at the court record. Mr. Gumshoe, what were the members of the circus doing on the night of the crime? When you say all the circus performers, who do you mean? Everyone but the dancers and the staff were there. Regina the animal tamer, Mo the clown, Ben the ventriloquist, and of course the defendant, Maximilian Blackska, and his victim, the ringmaster. Oh, I almost forgot. Regina the tiger was there as well. Out of curiosity, what about the circus monkey? When I was investigating yesterday, he happened to snatch my wristwatch. Detective, you are welcome to file a police report after these proceedings. After the practice was over, where did everyone head off to? Regina was playing with Regent, while Mo went back to his room tired from work. Ben the ventriloquist went to the front gate, absorbed in his own world. The ringmaster and Max went off to the ringmaster's room to talk privately. Talk privately? Huh. That's awfully suspicious. You would happen to know what they were talking about, would you? It seems they were negotiating Max's salary. Actually, Max was asking for Regina's hand in marriage. I'd like you to be a bit more specific about the events at 10:15 p.m. Okay, not a problem, pal. We've got a witness that... Ow! This is totally meaningless. Time to move on. Alright, we'll just have to revisit the testimony later. Dr. Gumshoe, would you mind telling us how the victim met his end? A wooden box? That's right. The victim must have been carrying the wooden box when he was killed. Carrying the box, huh? It was a rather strange wooden box, Your Honor. What do you mean? Well, it was much heavier than it looks, not to mention it was locked. Locked, you say? Wooden box added to the court record. This is my only chance, I might as well ask some questions. This wooden box, you figure it weighs about 20 pounds, right? Sounds about right. The whole thing is lined with iron. Iron plating. Why do you think that's lined with iron? I figured they'd... Ouch! I think we can all do without your guesses, Detective. Stick to what little you actually know. Sorry. Suffice it to say, the box is really heavy. Much better. You may continue on, Detective. What about... What's inside the box? I don't know why we didn't just choose that in hindsight, but you know. Do you mind telling us what's inside that box? Well, when we found the box, it was locked tighter than a Fort Knox. So we took it back to the station and cracked it open. All that was inside was this little bottle. Bottle? What is that, Detective? Exactly what it looks like, Your Honor. It's a condiment bottle. What's inside the bottle? It's filled with pepper. Pepper? Why? What in the world was it locked in that box? There was only one little bottle in a huge box. What if they have some sort of special meaning? According to the autopsy report, the murder weapon was a blunt object, correct? You've done your homework, pal. And you haven't found this murder weapon, have you? The police are searching for it as we speak. My theory is that it is something with the perpetrator ran off with. You would think so, especially since you didn't find it on the scene. No. I bet he made it disappear with magic. Ho ho ho. Well, I think we have a good feel for the details of the event now. Guess that's all we're gonna get out of Gumshoe in this case. You mean all we're gonna get out of him is that little bottle of pepper? Now that we have wrapped up with the detective, I'd like to call my next witness. Hey, I'm not even off the stand yet. Obviously, but that's due to you being slow and unable to take a hint. Oh no, but wrapped up has such a mean sound to it. I'm a sensitive guy. Thank you very much, Detective Gumshoe. You may now step down. Miss Von Karma, call your next witness. I'd like to call Mr. Benjamin Woodman to the stand. What's he talking about? Ben the ventriloquist. I wonder if Trillo will show up on the stand as well. Yep. Please state your name and occupation for the record. My full name is ventriloquist. I am employed as an operatic tenor. Excuse me? What is called to the stand was one Mr. Benjamin Woodman, ventriloquist. That role must be cutting off your circulation. I said that I was a singer. Maybe you don't believe me. Fine, I'll grace you with a song. Me. The world of football, exciting and yada yada, dress up like one. Well, what do you think? It had a good rhyme. Just the lyrics, it leaves something to be desired, so to speak. Trillo, you know better than to insult a judge. Shut up! Just look at your nose. You would think that you'd have the sense to fix it. It's so ugly, I want to punch you in the face. On the off chance sewing would help. You know your nose is the reason you'll never be an A-list star. Celebrities must really enjoy saying, okay, I am cold down here in my little basement that I stream from. I am going to grab a blanket. I should have probably grabbed one earlier, but I'm just like, baffled. Where did my... Where's my mouse? Where'd my mouse go? Oh, my blanket was covering it. Okay, there we go. Now I have everything. Alright. Somebody must really enjoy saying everything that flashes up into their minds. What's going on here? Order, order. I demand to know who the witness is. Don't worry about me, sir. I'll let Trillo handle this. I'm not worried about you one bit. I'm worried about... Ouch! You won't get anywhere trying to figure out this witness. Now, let's proceed. She's not wrong. What you witnessed. Once practice was over, I left the tent with this dude. I mean clown. So real quick, I'm gonna check extreme audio. I realized that. Okay, yeah, I do have audio going. I feel like I should check that earlier, but oh well, that's fine. Doesn't matter. I heard something coming. Okay, you know what? I'm going crazy now. It's finally happened. I finally lost it. I finally done it. I've gone insane. Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went back to the plaza's entrance. That's when I saw Max heading towards the scene of the crime. He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer? And the police showed up and took Magic Boy away. You saw Maximilian Galactica heading towards the scene. You're sure of that? Without a doubt, he had a silk hat, cloak, and the dumb white roses on his chest. How could you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high? That's enough. I think we all get the picture. Just one thing. You said you ditched the clown. That's right, dress boy. Well, since you weren't with him, couldn't that mean that the clown committed the crime? He's got a point. What a shame. It was a nice theory, but the clown can't be the culprit. Why is that? Here's absolute proof. Silk hat? This was found at the scene of the crime. It belongs to the defendant. What is wrong with my chat? So I have no chat. I have chat here. And I just do not have... I am so confused. So very confused. Alright. This was found at the scene of the crime. It belongs to the defendant. Without question, he was wearing his signature hat during practice. If the clown was the murderer, there'd be no reason for this hat to be at the scene. Well done, Miss Von Karma. Your prosecutorial skills are unrivaled. Well done. Thank you for stating the obvious. Mr. Phoenix Wright, what do you have to say? Okay, I guess she's the boss again today. Is it too much to ask to be able to see chat? I'm gonna close this, close YouTube, open up this. Open my stream back up, see if I can see chat now. There we go, now I can see it. What you witnessed. The clown. You're talking about Mo? Of course I'm talking about that old fart. He's pathetic. I can't stand him. Just a little bit of exercise, his makeup is running all over the place. Once practice was over, he was 9/10 of the way to keeling over for good. Poor guy. We didn't have any choice, so Ben took him back to his room. When it comes to being a first place loser, that guy's ahead of the pack. Then what happened? Why the plaza's entrance? Do some thinking, of course. It was awfully cold out that night, especially with all the snow around. Wouldn't thinking in your nice warm lodging house have been a better idea? Mr. Phoenix Wright, I think you should leave the thinking to the witness. I'm a good thunker. At least that's what my teachers always said I was. Are you sure it was really Max Galactica? Of course I'm sure. How could you mistake someone wearing such a snobby three-piece getup? Snobby three-piece getup? Get the wax out of your ears, lawyers nowadays. You're always talking to a brick wall. Max's three-piece getup. Jeez, could you be any more dense? All together now. Silk hat, cloak, the white roses. Thank you. Nick, I think you should put a little bit more effort into preparing your questions. You saw Max and only Max, right, Trillo? That's right, and that makes him the killer. There was only one person headed that way that night. That makes quite a bit of sense. It makes Max one suspicious character. One story that meets the eye. There's something amiss in this. That was strange, don't you think? What's strange? That you only saw Max? It does seem like you should have seen someone else as well. Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Russell? Barry? Take that! That's the victim. That's correct. If Trillo was at the entrance to the plaza, he should have seen the ringmaster as well. Aha! Obviously, the ringmaster right at the scene of the crime before the witness. Could have seen him. Anyone with sense could have figured that one out. What are you talking about? The ringmaster and Max went together to the ringmaster's room. Is that according to the defendant? A likely story. If Maximilian Galactica was supposed to be in the ringmaster's room, why was he, just as the witness stated, at the scene of the crime? Huh? I think the implications that's being made is the... Okay, actually, wait, I guess it would be the... Okay, never mind. No, it makes sense. I'm stupid. I see. Seems at this stage... It seems that... Man, I wish I could read. If only. If only I had the ability to read. But I do not. Alright. It seems that, at this stage, we have no reason to doubt the witness's testimony. And there are clearly no conclusive contradictions. He's right. A brilliant judgment, Your Honor. Now, let's move along with the testimony. Surely wouldn't happen to have an ulterior motive for incriminating Max, would he? Well, Max is part of the bitter love triangle with Regina. Which is probably why Max conked him over the head. Nick, wasn't Ben the one who got knocked over the head? Yeah, I think so. I don't know anymore. Okay, I guess. Whoops. Nope. Didn't mean to do that. Whoops. Around what time did the police arrive at the scene? I suppose that would have been around... Hey, what time was it? I think it was around, I'd say a bit after 10:30 p.m., I think. Practice ended at 10 p.m., so you hung around the lodging house the entire time? I guess that sounds about right. Wasn't it awfully cold? I can't believe you just stand out in that weather. Well, the truth is... Will you shut up, you big-nosed dope? Why are you telling him anything extra? Why can't you just believe that we were just standing outside in the weather? Well, maybe you were waiting for someone. What? Who said we were waiting for someone? Mr. Venus, right? We can't all do without your offhanded theories. But this witness, he's cracking under pressure already. I'm onto something. Mr. Wright. Who do you suppose the witness was waiting for on the cold weather that night? I'm gonna bet it was Regina. Take that! Well, if he was waiting outside the... Sorry, did I read that right? Oh, I thought you were 18. Oh, this makes it creepier than... Way creepier than I thought it was. Oh, I thought it was a bit weird with the huge age gap we get. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, that... Oh, this is... Oh, that... You know what? We're not gonna think of that. Well, if he was waiting outside in the cold, that was for one person. And one person only. He was waiting for the animal tamer, Regina. What? You're waiting outside for Regina to come back to the lodging house. Am I mistaken? Is this true? Well, you can't really ask me that question. Who cares what I was waiting for that night? What's more, this is what I saw. Don't you forget it. Well. The public may be a bit stiff, but he's right. Alright. There's obviously a reason why this witness was there that night. He spent all that time waiting for Regina to arrive. Moreover, either someone else would have walked right in front of him. And I would have paid them a second thought. Ah! That makes perfect sense. What'd you just say? The witness saw the defendant at the scene of the crime. However, he did not see the victim on the way to his... Why can't I speak? However, he did not see the victim on his way to his eventual demise. If you accept that, then you must accept that there is a high likelihood that he could have met someone else other than Max heading out. There is absolutely no proof that the witness was waiting for the animal tamer. I guess you got me. Alright, alright. I'll spill the beans for real this time. It's true. I was waiting for Regina. Pain. Don't volunteer things. Mr. Quist, tell us the truth this time. And I mean the whole truth. Were you or were you not waiting for Regina at the entrance to the lodging house? I was. I was waiting to propose to her. You were waiting to propose? What's the matter? You think that humans have a monopoly on marriage? That the matter of puppet marriage is not under review in this case. You are the judge. I mean, look at your horrible outfit. More pain. Thanks to your bumbling, my perfect plan is not so perfect anymore. I don't have to waste time getting to the bottom of some silly proposal by a puppet. Another proposal. Don't be so surprised that I was going to propose to Regina. I even had something to give her. I kept it in my pocket, waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her. Of course, I also had it in my pocket that night. It was a present for her. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I got it in my pocket. You were going to propose? You? A puppet? Don't be so obtuse. Just because I'm a puppet doesn't mean I can't fall in love. I guess you're right. Just because I'm old doesn't mean I couldn't propose to her too. She's 16. She's 16. Nope, we're gonna ignore that. We're gonna ignore that. We're gonna ignore that. His honor is looking a little less than honorable right now. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Mr. Wright, please continue with the cross-examination. What's with that sigh at the end? By proposal, you mean proposing marriage, correct, Regina? Of course that's what I meant. What kind of stupid question is that? I wasn't gonna propose that we became some sort of outlaw biker gang together. Right, Ben? Yeah. Got it? That's the truth. What was exactly you plan on giving her? You know exactly what I was gonna give her, numbskull. The only thing I could find that could best match Regina's beauty. Answer this question, what was it? You're gonna die when you hear this. It's an engagement ring. Engagement ring? Wow, those two nearly fell out of their chairs. Mr. Felix Wright's joke has gone too far. Time for this to end right here. This is Whipplefix about to lash out at almost anything. But after that thing, we'll probably shut someone up for a long time. Maybe something of a joke, but this is a historic moment. First time that puppet has ever proposed to... Ow! I advise you to cut this argument short. I'm going to have to agree with the defense here. Will this please revise their testimony? Really about the engagement ring? Let's just stick to facts, not sociology. You sure do enjoy swaying the details, especially for a man in a black robe. Or a black bathrobe. Engagement ring? Uh-huh, it's actually diamond-shaped stone come from glass. Don't we have a... Ah, okay, I see. Even more brilliant than the real thing. I think Regina's gonna love it. It's just a ring. What's the matter, Nick? Oh, there's gotta be something I can catch him on. Whose pocket was the ring in? Mine, of course. What sort of stupid question? gotta be kidding me. You think Ben could pull that off? I'm so sorry. Really. You don't have to apologize for that. He's the one who should be apologizing. Really? I think the publisher should be the one to apologize, but you know. So you went to the lodging house to give it to her? That's right. I tried to give it to her during practice so many times, but I lost count. But that uppity snob kept getting in the way. Uppity snob? He could be possibly talking about me, Maximilian Galactica. When I get a hold of him, I'm gonna saw his wood block in half, and not with magic. Well, they always say that love creates rivalries. So what about this present? So you're still thinking of trying to give it to Regina? Of course I am! I spent 3 months' salary on this thing. I'm not gonna give it up that easily. I wonder how much he receives for appearing in the circus. Probably way more than he deserves. How about it, Nick? Alright, so he still apparently has the ring in his pocket. But we have the ring, so... Trillo, do you mind if I show you something? What is it? What are you talking about? Looks like they're going to double team me now. Do you recognize this ring? Oh, that's mine! Give it back, thief! Thief! Didn't you just testify about this very object? I believe you said... In the end, I was able to give it to her, so I still got it in my pocket. Why then do I have it right here? You know, this Ben is very quick to get... Or this puppet's very, like, quick to repair. What's going on here? That's... Ben, say something. Eh, don't put me on the spot like that, Trillo. I found this in Money's room. Money's room? You mean the room they put money? Like the bank vault? Ha, that filthy monkey's gonna get what's coming to him. Mr. Quiz, I would prefer if you avoided slandering my innocent yachts in my court. Well, Your Honor, Money really is a monkey, in every sense of the word. Ah, I see. Well then. Money likes to go after the shiniest objects he can find and gather them up. Shiny things? Trillo, when was this ring stolen from you? Well, I suppose it was that time, you know, that night, the night of the crime. What did you just say? Details. I need more details. Well, it was stolen right after Max showed up at the plaza. Right about when you saw the defendant walk past, correct? Well, I guess you might be able to say that. The ring might have, well, it could have taken around that time. Ooh! Ah, yow! Oh. Ben, what is with you? Well, whatever. Nothing to do with anything, especially not committing the murder. It's not for you to decide what has... And... Okay, my chat... Okay, I closed my chat and messed up again. Yep, cool. Alright, yep. Let's just do this. There we go. I have chat again. Do I have it set to live? Oh, there we go. That's better. Now, Trillo, back to the topic at hand. I haven't admitted a thing. Not I, Mr. Trillo Quist. What did you do when the ring was taken away, Trillo? You know exactly what I did. I chased that ring-snatching monkey. Money. But you weren't able to catch up with him, were you? It's all this slow, loafy fool called Ben's fault. While he was fumbling his way through the snow, that dumb monkey was able to get away. That is indeed an incredible shame. Well, this does indeed prove one very important point. Prove one important point. What point could that possibly be? There's a huge contradiction in this witness's testimony. Contradiction? The witness just testified the following fact, that up until the police arrived, he didn't move from the entrance of the plaza. However, the witness just stated that he was chasing after Money the monkey. When the witness was off chasing Money, there was no one watching the plaza. What is the meaning of this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Where are you going with this little theory of yours? I'm saying that there is no possible way that this witness saw the plaza the entire time. That's where I'm going to get this little theory, which leads me to my next point. It is entirely possible that someone other than the defendant was at the scene.
Objection!
Well then, tell me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Do you have any proof that something slipped past this village ventriloquist?
Objection!
Well, he obviously didn't see the victim, the ringmaster, arrive on the scene. However, that doesn't change the fact that he saw the defendant arrive. The witness is lying. He's blamed by his rivalry with Max. Well, the defense's argument does hold water. The witness does have a history of animosity towards the defendant. What? How dare you? I would just lie to get that dork face in trouble. He's not even worth it. I saw him, no doubt about it. He was that worthless liar. Well, just for clarity's sake, let's flesh out exactly who you saw that night. I've told you so many times. So you think you know my story's not changing? I changed your story, stick boy, and I'm sure that will change some more. When there's one lie, there are usually many more behind it. Exactly. That's why we have to keep after him. Yeah. Witnessing Max. I'll give you that I was waiting that night for Regina. Well, that doesn't change the fact that I saw Max in the plaza that night. He showed up after I'd been waiting there for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence. I'm absolutely sure it was him. I saw Maximilian Galactica at the scene. There's no way I could have mistaken someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. That means that Money didn't show up until after you saw Max. That's right. Money ran up less than a minute after I saw Max. And Money snatched the ring and you went chasing after him. How long ago was it until you came back to where you were waiting? Let's see. I'd say about... I suppose 5 minutes, I think. So the victim could have arrived on the scene in 5 minutes stretch. Mr. Wright, please prepare your cross-examination. Witnessing Max. There we go. So you were only concerned with waiting for Regina that night? That means you probably wouldn't have noticed if someone else showed up. You should think that about how many eyes I actually have. I got 4, you know. F-O-U-R, counting Ben, of course. That my eyes? Do you really think something would have slipped by me? 4 eyes is an awful lot of attention to direct at one area, I suppose. Yikes, the judge is even more dangerous to our case than Trilo. So you saw Max coming out of the big top that night. Of course that's where I saw him coming from. I was staring at the entrance to the tent the entire time. Doesn't make sense, especially since he was waiting for Regina. But what time would you say these events took place? You're one of the dumbest people on the planet if you can't figure it out yourself. I already know that practice finished promptly at 10 p.m. And you already know that I went to the lodging house right after practice. You don't need to be a brain surgeon to know what time it was when I saw him. Just add 10 more minutes. I'm sure you can do that. Now what time was it? Hey, what time was it? What time was it? Let me think about that for a sec. I was gonna say, I thought they were actually gonna have It was 10:10 p.m. Ah, yes, that sounds about right. Sounds about right because that's the time I saw Max on the scene. So you testified that you said good evening to Max that night. You must enjoy asking incredibly obvious questions. You say good morning in the morning and good afternoon during the day, right? And it's obvious that I'd say good night to someone at night. What, Ben? You got something to add? Let me guess. That's not it, Trillo. You say good evening at night. I'm sorry, Trillo. Mr. Quist, I'd prefer if you kept your ventriloquist act outside of your courtroom. Impossible! A performer lives and breathes his performances. You should know better. There's something wrong with this bit of testimony. Isn't that a bit strange to you? What do you mean? Well, if you hate Max so much, why would you bother being nice to him? Strikes me as somewhat strange. Why would it strike you as strange? Exactly, how is it strange to be cordial to one of your coworkers? Well, if it was simply just being cordial to a coworker, I would understand. Ow, that hurts. Maybe you should have had proof before your lips start flapping next time. Proof is everything in this world. You should have learned that back in grade school. What is that? Trill would ever say something nice to Max, but how do I go about proving that with the evidence? Bluffing is everything in this world, but I'm sure you already knew that one. I guess I could give it a shot. The witness will resume his testimony. You are 100% sure what you just said. I told you already. Jeez, I'm 100% absolutely sure. There's no way that you can be any more confident than that, right? Those three ridiculous symbols, huh? Out of curiosity, exactly how many times have you asked that question by now? If you're gonna ask again, I'll answer with the chorus. Everyone together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Thank you very much. Maya, you didn't have to join in, did you? But it's fun shouting with everyone else. Alright, so we probably wanna... Alright, I'd say we might want to use this because, you know, this was a bottle that got broken over his head.
Objection!
There we go. Trillo, is it true that you had a fight with Max on the day of the murder? A fight? A fight over Regina, to be exact. It wasn't that big a deal. It was just an argument. A disagreement at most. Disagreement usually that was someone getting clonked over the head. Ah! That morning, Ben got clobbered over the head by Max, didn't he? What? Is that a mission of assaulted battery? Ouch! We handle that. We should wrap up the defendant's murder charge first. The truth is, on that day of the crime, the defendant and the witness had a huge fight. There's absolutely no way they would have suddenly become cordial that evening. Moreover, just considering the personality of the witness on the stand, there's no way a puppet this lewd. Lewd? I don't think lewd would be the proper word here. I also expect the word lewd in an Ace Attorney game. That's also a bit of a shock. I don't think lewd would be the right word. Crass would probably be a better word. Good evening to his rival. Are you saying that this witness is lying? That he's trying to frame the defendant by claiming to have seen him at the crime scene? I didn't tell a single lie. Honestly, I just... That's enough from you, Mr. Quist. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Let's clarify this testimony for the court. I guess they didn't see anyone. Of course, the witness did not see a soul last night. I see. But who do you think you are to up and decide what I saw last night? A fool can only understand fool. Oh, they saw someone else. It's my belief that the witness did indeed see someone that night. It was just someone else, someone who we said good evening to. What kind of theory is that? The correct one. Furthermore, I don't believe that the person the witness saw was Max at all. What? If you had truly met Max that night, there would have been no greeting at all. Which means that there is only one proper answer. The person the witness saw that night was not Maximilian Galactica. That is why Trillo made the effort to greet whoever it was that he saw that evening. Or good evening, as he put it. When the world... Would the defense kindly explain to me who it was that Trillo saw that evening? Russell? I figure it's either Regina or Russell. I'm gonna guess they'd say it's Russell. Consider the ill temper of this witness. There's only one person to greet. We're gonna ignore the 80-year-old man saying that. No, Your Honor, it's not Regina. If it was Regina, Trillo would have given her the engagement ring as a present. Oh, yeah, I suppose you got a point there. It was Russell Berry, the victim himself, was it not? You are correct, it was indeed Russell Berry. The person you saw that evening was the victim, the ringmaster, Russell Berry. Is that why you greeted? That's why you greeted him, Trillo, isn't that correct? Gulp. Answer the question, Mr. Quist. What? Order, how do you respond to this? Well, wait a second. Well, at first I thought it was the old man. But once I got a better look at him, it was obviously Maximilian Galactica. I think it's high time that we cleared the air about this question. Mr. Quist obviously witnessed a single person in the area of the plaza that evening. What was identifying exactly who that person was? Was it Maximilian Galactica, or was it the ringmaster, one Mr. Russell Berry? Prosecutors argue that it was the defendant that the witness saw that night. The witness has clearly stated that he saw the defendant's 3 symbols. 3 symbols? Alright, this is getting old. Come on, man, you gotta remember them by now. Here we go again, everyone all together now. Ow! Yes, we know. The silk hat, the cloak, and the white roses.
Objection!
A silk hat and a cloak. Anyone can wear them. They even look good on me. What about that? Well, the witness has endlessly repeated that he saw Max's 3 symbols. However, how do we really know it was Maximilian Galactica? It could have been someone else dressed up as him. Also, even Russell Berry. What? Miss Von Karma. Do you have clear evidence that the person the witness saw was the defendant? Well, if that's the case, then it is impossible for me to make a judgment at this point. Yes, I think we're finally on a point in this one. That is very unfortunate. Huh? You're just a little too excited for your own good, Mr. Phoenix, right? What do you mean by that? You merely established one thing from this witness. You established that this witness saw one person in the plaza that night. I applaud you on your effort, but What? Who that person was can only be answered by this next witness. Huh? Your Honor, the prosecution will provide beyond a shadow of a doubt an answer to that question and evidence that clearly establishes one thing. That there is no other than Maximilian Galactica responsible for this crime. Very well, then. The court will take a 10-minute recess. During that time, I request that the prosecution prepare for the next witness. Court is now in recess. Alright, yeah, we'll do the other half as well. While we're at it. Might as well. October 29th, 11:54 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 5. Sweetie, you have to believe me, I didn't go anywhere near that crime scene. So then, where were you when the murder took place? We talked about it yesterday, remember? I was in the ringmaster's room. And while you were there, it was the ringmaster who left the room, correct? Exactly, he told me to wait in the room because he would be right back. That's when the ringmaster entered the crime scene of the crime, right? That's what it seems like. But the ringmaster must have been wearing Max's costume, right? Oh, sweetie, I just remembered. I went straight to the ringmaster's room, still dressed in my stage clothes. When I got there, I went ahead and took the costume off. Which means that the ringmaster could have taken his costume and went out looking like Max. Fabulous. That's a fabulously possible possibility. Well done, Nick. Have her, sweetie. Why would the ringmaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange? If you think about it, all they found at the crime scene was my silk hat. What about my cloak? Where did that go? Double, Wow, Max never thought of it like that. You should be a detective or something. Well, I was never quite sure what to do when I grew up. Magician or president. You have no idea how hard it was to make a decision. I can relate to that. I still don't really know what I want to do. I'm still deciding between two things for a career. Fabulous. This mystery just keeps getting deeper. October 29th, 12:06 p.m., District Court, Courtroom number 2. Now that everyone is back, let's get started. The court is now back in session. Ms. Von Karma, please proceed with the prosecution's case. Very well. I will now call my next witness. Pitiful clown with the unfortunate distinction of having seen the entire thing. Will Mr. Lawrence Curls please take the stand? Why do you call him a pitiful clown? The witness will state his name and occupation for the court record. At what's point, clown? Name and occupation. Will this please inform the court why he's speaking autobiographical? Oh, I'm sorry. I was not used to being in court. I've never been in a courtroom in my life. I wasn't quite sure what joke is best suited to this sort of occasion. What in the world are you talking about? You're in a grand hall of justice, not some comedy club. It's easy to see your occupation. Please state your name for the courtroom. Oh yeah, maybe this joke is okay. Mom, do I have to wear pants? The sign says no shirt, no shoes, no service. That you could have done better. Okay, how about this? Have you met my proctologist, Dr. Seymour Butts? How's that one? But a couple of clowns were up to no good, started making trouble. Is he doing Prince of Bel-Air but clown version? Your name. Lawrence Curls, professional funny man, also known as Mo the Clown. You witnessed the scene around 10:15 p.m. the day of the murder. Correct? Yes, it is. Very well, Mr. Curls. Will you please testify to what you saw that evening? A rabbi, a priest, and a without the humor, please. Okay. Poor Mo can't be his normal stoogey self in court. What you witnessed. I know. I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. I haven't been making people laugh for 10 years. No matter what I say, all I get in return is a vacant stare and a polite applause. If no one ever laughs at my jokes, I've taken to laughing at them myself. It's a bad habit, but hey, at least I'm trying. That's my predicament. I'm a clown who can't make people laugh. I'm almost useless. Dude, stop trauma dumping in the courtroom and talk about what you saw. If I keep trying, I even try to come up with jokes just for today. This atmosphere is very nerve-wracking. I decided to try making everyone laugh. Seriously, everyone, why do you think that of me? How am I doing? Aren't we the ones supposed to be asking the questions here? Witness? Huh? We will listen to your call for help after the court proceedings are over. Thus, please stick to the facts of this case. Really? You'll hear me out? Well, make sure that one of my staff will be your straight man later. Thank you, I can't wait. Poor Gumshoe. That's settled. Shall we begin once again with the testimony? Of course we can. I'll talk for as long as you want. The night of the murder, after the practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You have no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away, though. It was the ringmaster. He was with Max, who was wearing his cloak. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. That's very interesting. This eyewitness account is to be believed. I have enough to pass judgment right now. Of course you can. There's no way this account can be criticized. However, the witness is a bit, how do you say, off-kilter. Almost like he has some sort of atmosphere of guilt surrounding him. That must be because of my insincere smile. Mr. Wright, please begin the defense's cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Yeah, you've got to find some contradiction in his testimony. I know that. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, I'm afraid that if you push this witness too far, it would bring disaster upon this court. Thus, I sincerely hope you're not going to engage in pointless saber-rattling. I understand, Your Honor. If you cause this clown to stray from the facts, I'll hold you responsible. Why am I responsible? I'm not the one with the corny jokes.
Hold it!
You say that practice wrapped up around 10 p.m., correct? See, that's the thing. What? How exactly am I supposed to make a joke about 10 p.m.? Now, 8 o'clock, that's when something a clown can riff off about. No! 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 You want to hear the joke? A man goes to his doctor. The doctor asks, "How was number one?" The man says every day. Then what's the matter? I slept till late. When he's exactly the type of jokes you should say for that detective. Ow! You know what would happen. Don't look at me like that. Mr. Wright, you're hereby penalized. This will not become a kangaroo court. Not funny at all. I knew I shouldn't have. I knew I shouldn't have. It was very funny, though. Yeah, we're just... Let's not make it 8 p.m., alright, Mo? What do you mean, let's not? Don't take the clown out of the clowning round. Come on, Nick, just listen to his joke. There are 3 reasons why I don't want to. 1, I probably won't laugh. 2, I'll get hit with a penalty. 3, I'll get... That is exactly what happened. Well, this was proceed with the factual testimony. You are so boring.
Hold it!
You were pooped that night? Yes, I was very tired. Not to mention I had some bad Mexican food. What? Double cheese double. Bean enchilada is a dangerous menu item. What happened after that? As they say, happens. That one was cool, huh? I hear the kids really love toilet humor these days. I'm just gonna... Yeah, I'm just gonna... There we go. Just screenshot that. And then, okay, back to the game now. That joke was so hip, I don't want to ruin it with a reply. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Okay.
Hold it!
You just happened to glance out of the window. You can say that. You could say I also peeked, stared, glimpsed, peeped, eyeballed. Mr. Curls. Oh, I guess synonyms aren't allowed either. What should I do? I wonder if I should press him further on this issue. Yeah, we're just gonna keep saving. Due to the nature of this, we're just gonna keep saving after. Yeah. Exactly why did you look out of your window that night? Why? Why? Clowns don't need a reason to look out their windows, do they? That's not what I meant. I meant that, well, when we spoke yesterday... Once I tucked myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. It sounded like a giant thump. I'm also gonna just... Yeah, we're gonna screenshot that as well. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about that. You forgot? Your Honor, the witness looked out of his window upon hearing a loud sound. He not just simply glanced out of his window that night. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention that thump, didn't I? Ow, ow, ow. That's something you just forget to mention. Yeah, what she said. I believe it would be best if Mo were to revise his testimony. Very well, Mr. Curls, please revise your testimony. We should start turning the tables in our favor. Alright. Yeah, I don't want to, like, save scum like this, but, like, due to just the fact of how easy it is to get penalized, for not even, like, presenting, like, the wrong evidence or anything like that, I'm gonna save scum. Just for this. What was the sound like? Well, I guess it kind of sounded like, I guess you could say... Mr. Curls, may the court remind you that humor is unnecessary. Oh, how'd you make that? No, that was gonna make a joke. I guess the sound sounded like it sounded like someone getting hit with something very hard. Yep, that's what it sounded like, honestly. Someone getting hit, huh? What then? You went over to look out the window and you saw... Far away, you say? If you have to say exactly how far away they were. Let me think about that for a second. My room is here. And they look to be about yay big. I'd say they're about 30 feet from my window. Just 30 feet? That's not far at all. It was snowing that night, and it cut down on visibility. I see. Please continue your testimony regarding those two shadows you saw. You'd say you clearly saw this even though you were by your own admission far away? That's right. I have been thinking about it over and over since that night. Well, things didn't really make sense until I spoke with the prosecutor, Miss Von Karma. But now I'm 100% certain that it was Max the Ringmaster that I saw last night. Just think about it. How could I be wrong if Max is always wearing his uppity symbols? Uppity symbols? Lawyers nowadays. Do you even have to go to school anymore to be one? Alright, everyone knows what to do. All together now. Say it with Uncle Mo. Poor Mo. See what I mean? It's always like this. The crowd never wants to go along with me. This really be utterly, completely worthless as a clown. Yowza! Enough foolishness. Get back on track. Will the witness please testify what he saw and only what he saw? You say you saw the Ringmaster get clonked over the head. Yes, I did. It's the climax of my story. Really does enjoy completely random non sequitur. What would you say the victim was struck with? You mean the weapon? I have no idea. A weapon wasn't found at the murder scene, right? That's not what I meant. You did say that you did see everything, didn't you? Well, yeah, I suppose I did. Wait, no, I didn't. I didn't see a weapon. Mo, did you or did you not see the crime of the murder committed that night?
Objection!
I will not permit you to harass my witness in this manner. You better have an excellent reason for why you're attacking this poor, poor clown. So if you don't, you know what is waiting for you. A nice penalty. Gulp. Isn't this a bit melodramatic? So it'll be then, Mr. Phoenix, right? Do you have any clear basis to believe what my witness did not see the crime? Yes. You got a great reason to make my claim. I suppose you'll be telling us all that great reason? Of course I will. The reason is... What is his very own testimony? Oh, are we gonna say that you basically missed the crime? What is the meaning of this, Mr. Wright? Mo said that he heard a sound like a thump of someone getting hit. He did say that. However, Mo just stated the following under oath. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the Ringmaster over the head. If Mo is to be believed, when he says he looked out upon hearing a sound, there's no way you could have seen Mac clonk anyone. I'd say to a crack clock. Mr. Curls, how could you respond to Mr. Wright's assessment? They didn't commit. These clowns probably escaped from a maximum security clown car. Mr. Curls, are you saying the C-Team theme to anger this court? Oh. Am I high? Am I high? I have so many questions about what I witnessed about this. No, I'm just stalling for time while I jog my memory. Great job, Nick. These types of witnesses always seem to have a selective memory. You have to peel back the layers of the clown makeup to find the truth. Well, you're back from your jog? Well, it pretty much happened the way I said. Pretty much? When I looked out my window that night, the ringmaster was already face down in the snow. The prosecution helped me fill in the gaps of my statement. Von Karma? Tell me with the witnesses again. So now you're saying that you did not see the defendant clunk the ringmaster? Yes. When I looked out my window, the ringmaster had already checked out. Checked out? Yep, he was on permanent vacation, as they say. I'm laughing about someone's death. Mr. Curls, Your Honor. You did not witness the actual crime, however, you still say you saw the criminal, correct? Yes, exactly. Ringmaster was slumped over, and I saw someone's silhouette next to him. Very well, then please testify to the silhouette you saw. I expect the truth. If I even catch a hint of a joke from you, I will put you in a holding cell until you learn court etiquette. Got it? Got it. I'm still saving just in case. It was a bit far away, but the shadow could have only belonged to Max. There's no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. His silk hat, the black coat, they were all there. His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt it was him. His cloak was fluttering in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying. It does seem as if the defendant was at the scene of the crime. It took the clown long enough to get his facts straight. But whatever, this should finally be good enough. Yes? It is decisive testimony. Was Max really at the crime scene that night? He said he wasn't there. We have to believe that. Alright, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. The silhouette. Quick, just in case he decides to make a joke and cause a penalty. Don't you think that you are going a little overboard with how explicit you're being? The shadow belonged to Max. That's an awfully firm statement, don't you think? What are you getting at? I'm just saying that one of your fellow performers' lives on the line. Performers' lives on the line here. Are you truly 100% sure that was Max? I'm not the kind of person who would lie about something as serious as this. The silhouette I saw was Max. I'm convinced of that. It seems like he's jumping to conclusions this time. Let's get this over with. Let's get over this again then. What makes you so sure that you saw Max that night? There was no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbol. I don't know why I'm reading. Chilla said the same thing. But if it was just the symbols, then even I could have been wearing them. What if someone had just taken Max's symbols and worn them? I thought about that myself. But I'm just looking at the shape of the face I saw. It must have been Max. Are you sure about that? You're a silly little boy. He threw his entire case headlong into a trap. You're sure that's what you saw that night? Exactly what I said I saw is exactly what I saw. I've got eyes like a hawk. Don't birds have terrible night vision? But that's not all I saw. You're able to see that kind of detail from your window? There was a light near the scene of the crime. Anyone with decent eyesight should have been able to see that much. Out of curiosity, Mo, what is your eyesight like? I can see like a hawk out my left eye and an eagle out of my right. I can say that his eyesight is a perfect 20/20. I think he could have seen the crime scene clearly. The more I look into this man, the more suspicious he becomes. Hey, you asked me what my eyesight was like, not what it actually is. So you didn't actually see what the criminal was holding. That's correct. I've been curious to know what caused that loud noise. It must have been something incredibly hard. They haven't found the murder weapon to know that for sure. Okay, that's just my dog barking. Don't worry about it. They claim it was a blunt object. At least it says so in the autopsy reports. True testimony now Moe's. It seems like Max is the killer. Nick, you've got to find the contradiction in this. That's not going to be enough. What? I have to prove that Moe saw someone other than Max that night. That's the only thing that will help. I've got to do it. Maybe the hat, since they didn't find the cloak. I don't know. You say you saw all of Max's uppity symbols. I suppose so. That silk hat and cloak, right? Moe? Everyone knows that Maximilian Galactica has 3 uppity symbols. 3 symbols? Yay, everyone get ready. All together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. What the? Who cares if he knew that there were 3 or not? He saw what he saw, and he saw the symbols. He just forgot to mention one. Is that right, Moe? You like pie? I love pie. 3.1. Besides, you fool. You were to respond with the whole truth. No fractions. Order, order. Moe, you didn't see the roses, did you? To be honest, there weren't any roses on the person I saw. The crime scene was dark. It's obvious that it was too dark to see that kind of detail. But the witness said he was able to see the silhouettes of the criminal's face. Not to mention the roses are white. There's no way he could have missed them. The rose must have fallen off when the defendant assaulted the victim. If that was the case, then the police would have found them near the crime scene. That's right. Are these white roses truly material to the facts of the case? Clearly not. He's just toying with this court. Got it. We're on the ropes now. These seemingly insignificant facts have never failed to lead me to the truth yet. Someone is toying with the court, but it's not me. Your Honor, do you recall Trillo's testimony? There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. I can make someone with that crazy. Excuse me one moment. Sorry about that. There's just I think an M80 or something went off near my home. Or at least a block away from my home. How could you make someone with wearing such a snobby three-piece get? That's... Trillo saw them all. Trillo saw all three of Max's symbols. However, this witness claims that there were no white roses on the person he saw. There's absolutely no doubt that this is a contradiction. Now what am I supposed to think? One is supposed to disregard the pointless, but this is... Judge, forget the roses. Think about these other testimony. Let's say that without a doubt you saw Maximo and Galactica. Nothing else matters. Let's wrap up this case now. Your Honor, it may be trivial, but it does cast doubt on the prosecution's case. Frankly, I have my doubts about this witness. Seems that, unlike wine, the witness has not grown more mature with age. I'm not mature. I've come to a conclusion. I am 99% certain that this witness saw the defendant. However, my remaining 1% of doubt is quite reasonable. Doing that for my peace of mind, I'm going to request a bit more testimony. What? If there is no contradictions in his next statement, I'm prepared to issue a ruling. A ruling? Nick, this is your last chance. Silhouette Part 2. There's no doubt in my mind, there were no roses that night. However, all the other symbols were there. I'm equally sure of that. Especially the silk hat. There is no way I could forget seeing the decorations on it. He was wearing it the entire time that he was on the scene. Mr. Wright, you've got one last chance at this. One last chance? I will not allow even the slightest hint of badgering against the witness. You're going to prove to me that there is a contradiction with Mr. Curls' statement. You have at least a shred of evidence to back up your accusations. Got a single shot at this, so I gotta be careful. I understand, Your Honor. One chance is all I need. Do I want to, like, save just... I don't want to save Scum, but... If it's gonna... penalize me just for pressing, I'm not... I'm gonna do it just in case. We'll save Scum just for, like, this guy. There's no doubt in my mind that there are no white roses then. Okay. Mo, be honest. Ow! Oh, okay, so, like, we're just straight up not allowed to... Okay. We're just gonna ignore the horny clown. Yeah, that's some bull. We're just gonna... No, I didn't mean to press. 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 Whoops, 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 whoops. Actually, you know what? It's... yeah, we're just gonna... This wouldn't happen to be the silk hat that you saw that night, would it? Yep, that's it. That's the hat he was wearing that night. No question in your mind? Exactly how would one mistake a thing like that? I see. There's some sort of problem, Mr. Wright? Miss Von Karma, where exactly was the silk hat found? Most you always ask these questions just found at the crime scene. The crime scene, that means... The silk hat fell off at the crime scene. However, the witness clearly testified to the contrary. He stated that he was wearing it the entire time that it was on the scene. No, that's not true. Order, order, order! Mr. Curls! Yes, Your Honor? What's the meaning of all this? You're old enough to know better than behave like this in court. Hey, that's not right. That's so harsh. What's not right here is your eyesight and your memory, among other things. Why are you being so mean to me? What did I do? Let me guess, you just didn't like my jokes or something, right? Don't have to go and insult my eyesight or my memory. They're both great. Seriously, why? Just because you're sitting above me doesn't mean no matter how old I get. These childless outbursts, Mr. Curls. Who do you think you are? I saw him. I swear I saw him. It was Max. If he didn't have his roses, he was still wearing his dumb silk hat. I'm telling the truth. He turned into a bratty little kid. It's pitiful, isn't it? He left the scene wearing that dumb silk hat. He was there. He left the scene? What's the matter, Nick? I've been mulling over for a while now. Mo? What do you want? You said that he left the scene. Exactly how did the murderer leave the scene of the crime? Well, what? He went. I mean, how do you leave the scene? You can't just ask me that.
Objection!
Mr. Phoenix Wright is badgering the witness, Your Honor.
Objection!
This witness's testimony is so full of holes, Miss Von Karma's protest is useless. Grr. You've got a point. Let's hear what the witness has to say on this matter. Is that right with you, little guy? Don't talk to me like I'm a little baby. Besides, what kind of stupid question is how did he leave the crime scene? The answer is obvious. He just turned around and walked away. That's what I expected you to say. Are you sure that's how it happened? Say what? Huh? I'm not sure I know exactly where you're going with this. Lawyers nowadays sure do love to harp on the smallest thing. Do you have any proof to counter the story? The footprints.
Take that!
The footprints! Look at this picture. The problem is the footprints in the snow. Footprints? In this photo, we can clearly see the footprints of the victim. However, where are the criminal's footprints? They aren't there. Ay, 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 ay. So, Mo, how exactly did the criminal escape the scene? Your Honor, this has already proven that his testimony is completely unreliable. I move to strike all of this witness's testimony from the court record. I agree. This clown's testimony is as the clown car he came out to court in. Wait just a second. You can't just ignore everything I've said. Fine, fine, I'll tell you the truth this time. You wait a second. I think you've said more than enough for today. That didn't hurt. I'm sick and tired of listening to you anyways. I'll give you the real deal this time, I swear. I don't know why, but I get the feeling things are gonna get worse before they get better. Mr. Lawrence Curls. Yes? What you've provided up until now has been false? It hasn't been false. I haven't lied. It's just what? It's just that I was a bit confused on the bit about the criminal leaving the scene. Especially since Von Karma and her whip told me not to talk about what I really saw. Yeah, I think that's illegal. That's illegal on Von Karma's part. Franziska Von Karma, how could you? Your Honor, if you had heard the truth from this witness, you would have exactly the same opinion as I have. What opinion is that? It's not funny. That's enough out of you. We'll have to listen to what he has to say. Now then, let's hear the truth about what you say you saw, Mr. Curls. You're not gonna believe this, but it's all true, I tell you. Try not to waste our time with your idiotic drivel. Now it's time for our next segment, Mo Knows. Everything that I've said up until now has been the truth. When I looked out the window, the ringmaster was down and Max was standing above him. He wasn't wearing his white rose, but he was wearing the silk hat. That's what I saw. This is the truth now. Get it? Ready for it? He flew. He just jumped up and flew through the air. He flew right off and disappeared into the darkness. There are no footprints. Flying people don't leave footprints. I told you it wasn't funny. Do you believe me now? Well, that was... how do you put this into words? Maximilian Galactus is a world-class magician. But to leave the scene of a crime by flying, there's no way that actually happened. You're right. Why is she right? You have to believe the other witnesses. Why don't you believe me, especially since I'm the best part of the story? To be honest, this is the first time I've heard of a criminal flying. What do you think about this witness's testimony, Mr. Wright? Okay, I'm gonna save again just because I'm gonna do the funny answer. Am I high? Right now, I can't believe any of this. I'm not even sure if this day has been some kind of Kafkaesque dream. Ow! Now do you think it's still a dream, huh, Mr. Phoenix Wright? I suppose I'll let you all in on my thinking regarding this matter. Criminal disappeared into the sky? I'd love to believe that. I can't just wrap my head around how that could actually happen. You imbecile. If you disregard a need for proof, Miss Von Karma's case is sound. However, I got the feeling that this case is in dire need of more investigation. Thus, I will conclude today's proceedings at this point. It is an undisputed fact that the criminal left no footprints at the scene of the crime. Tomorrow, I want us to find out the reason behind this mystery of mysteries. I believe that's enough for today. Court is adjourned. December 29th, 2:33 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. Hey, sweeties, what in the world is going on? That's what I want to know. Say the criminal flew off into the air and disappeared. Max, I can't believe I'm asking this, but you didn't fly that night, did you? I know you didn't mean to ask me such a fabulously stupid question. I can't fly whenever I please, it's not that easy. But it looks so effortless for you on stage. It's not that simple, I'm not actually flying on stage. These invisible wires that have them hoist me through the air. Ah, you just told me the secret to your magic. No, I broke the first rule, the cardinal rule, the only rule. I'm sorry, Max. Did you break a magician's creed to never reveal the secret of their tricks? Nick, what do we do now? What we can do now is hope we find the flying criminal in the court tomorrow. Great idea. Let's do our best to catch this little sucker. Well, that, I have no words. That felt like a fever dream. Yeah, the Mo testimony was just kind of weird. Why is my microphone so... Do I need to turn it down more? Yeah, I might turn down my microphone a bit more. Yeah, no, that was weird though. I don't know what to say about that. Yeah, I'm just gonna end things off here. Thank you all for watching, and next time we're gonna do the investigation for the next day.